Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian Vedic House. Today we are going to talk about the Saturn's Mahadasha experience of Suajit. As I have been getting a lot of requests to share experiences of Saturn Mahadasha, the next few videos that will be coming will be on Saturn Mahadasha. So talking about Suajit's, he has had a couple of broken relationships which ended in a really bad way for him. And he wanted to share that and how it also led to conflicts within the family for him and him being misunderstood and being accused of things that probably he wasn't supposed to. So let's discuss his chart first. So he is an Aquarius ascendant and Saturn becomes the Lagnesh for him, the ascendant lord, but it's retrograde and it's placed in the 11th house, whose seventh aspect is on the fifth house. Why I'm emphasizing here the fifth house is because, as I mentioned, he has faced some issues regarding the love relationships. Now his Saturn is placed in the 11th house in the Sagittarius sign. And his Saturn Mahadasha had started in April 2014, which will end in April 2033. So it's been 11 years of Saturn Mahadasha experience that he has already experienced. And he did not want to come on video. So he has shared an email with me where he has spoken about all the experiences that he has had during the Saturn Mahadasha. So I'll be reading out for all of you. I have been into Shani Mahadasha since 2014, a phase of rigid boundaries, self discipline, stern constraints, and challenges. I got my engineering completed in 2013. Then I was in Jupiter Mahadasha. So during the Jupiter Mahadasha, he completed his engineering in 2013. My entire study, right from school to higher education, went through Jupiter Mahadasha. They were pretty well standard and smooth. Then in 2013, I got job opportunities in some premier organizations like L&T and Cognizant. But for certain reasons, I couldn't make it through. Even though the Jupiter Mahadasha, I had a good social recognition and identity as per the age. But as soon as I entered the Shani Mahadasha in 2014, everything got changed all of a sudden. I felt into a zone of aloneness, not able to distinguish about my career path. I remained confused and in a dilemma to whether to join a private organization or prepare for government jobs. I started preparing for the government examination, but the biggest weakness or drawback, you could say, was procrastination, which never made me accomplish my studies with the right blend of planning and hard work. Life became extremely slow and pale. All my friend circles completely vanished. I got more into serving my family members' household activities, assisting the daily wage workers who were involved in construction work of our house. I always waited for opportunities. I kept myself away from all kind of outings, occasions, celebrations, friends meets, and hang-ups with one reason for getting a job first, and then opting for enjoyment. Like you can say, I practiced a lot of rigid self-constraints. But all this always went into vain because of procrastination and lack of focus. I qualified many prelims, even gave mains, but always failed with some few points of marks for interviews and more. In the meantime, I developed a type of inferiority and numbness in my personality. I was just stuck in a point of life and was completely obstructed with confusion and disclarity. Then in 2015, one of my friends among girls of engineering came in touch with me. We found each other in the same boat of preparations, so we became close. She was a bit poor, having certain monetary deficiencies. Now I found a friend, so I started feeling a little hopeful in life. I started filling her necessities like paying for her exam forms, taking her for weekend visits, dinners, dresses, even fulfilling her daily household needs. And within a year or more, slowly I grew a weakness for her. She came across the same. And someday I said everything about my feelings to her. She neither denied completely nor nodded a yes. I was also afraid of losing her out of loneliness or bonding, so I kept the same frequency of affection and love towards her. Life was taking a good shape in my way of thinking. But all of a sudden, she said about her marriage and proposals with one guy who was well established and of her community. She was Telugu and I was Odia. I had a I had fever for 3 days listening to that, not exaggerating the consequences. I could say she had a complete halt with me. And to protect herself, she even blamed me for forcing and disturbing her with my nonsense attitude and behavior. It was 2017, the Shara time. I was just broken into pieces of self doubts, physical pain, and anger. Slowly and gradually, I went into the stage of hermeticism and stoicism. I worshipped Lord Shiva with all rituals just in faith of getting me on track with her. But nothing happened until 2019 when I got my job in a central government job, a telecom job where I'm still working. Though salary is very low, but I was engaged. Life again started working. I then realized and made my mind that I was not having a job, so I was rejected by her. In September 2019, one of my neighbor girls of my caste and community approached me. She studied in my school. We had a 4 year age gap. We know each other since childhood. First of all, I was not at all prepared for any such relationships anymore. I was pretty sure I would get married with one girl chosen by my family. But some members of my family, not my parents, also insisted that I engage with that girl. It was true. The girl was beautiful, well educated. After 6 7 months of thinking and discussing, I finally accepted her approach. I was also in my 30s, so it was better to get settled. And when the girl is approaching by herself, she will understand me with my job, and I will definitely try to develop in my sector. She was pursuing PhD. We both will support each other and will surely proceed with a harmonious life after accepting each other. I gave her pocket money. I spent a huge percentage of money for her makeup, dines, fooding, and many more. I was getting 20,000 per month. I used to spend 8,000 for her, 8,000 for family, and the remaining 4,000 for myself, including petrols and my exam fee. But I never felt the pain or any pressure, doubt this time. Because I was assertive about our marriage and I felt it was my responsibility to fulfill her needs. Every boyfriend's responsibility. One fine day, I asked her for a date to make our parents talk with each other regarding our marriage. She said, "Why to hurry? Let me first acquire a job, then we will proceed." I was also okay with that. She got a guest facility job in a place 150 kilometers from our area. All of a sudden, she declared the same. I was happy she cracked it, but sad as she will be a little distant from me. She needed to live in that college. She got herself transferred to that area. I felt like a huge part of my entire body was cut down, but it's okay. I reconciled myself in a few days. The biggest dilemma was she was no more available for me, even for a few minutes, a day after her joining. Everything changed, and someday I came across a news that she's going to tie a knot with a boy of same college. You won't believe, dear, I was shattered into pieces. All these four walls of my room are the witness of my heart-wrenching, painful cries and vomits. In 2021, after COVID, she got married. The same family members who insisted on me towards her now blamed me for depicting me as an immature guy. How could a daughter of an undersecretary in government organization and a girl pursuing PhD ever marry an engineering graduate working in a contractual project? This was the line that was recited inside and outside family and after her marriage. She was proclaimed as a pious girl with no guilt. After feeling in relationships, I tried to focus on myself, my spirituality, my work, and my family. I have one sister and two cousins, one sister and one brother. I never ever discriminated between the two girls. Both were the same to me. But due to some disturbance regarding some overindulgence of outsiders in our family and my intervention and guidance as an eldest amongst my group, the cousin, brother, and sister have cut relationships with me and my family. I was scolded for guiding her more. People often said, "She has her brother and father. Who the hell are you to guide her?" I never ever thought an outsider, their business partner, will be given so much importance that I, being their supporter since childhood, will be treated like the way I was. Even my character was assassinated, protecting others' identity. I'm still unmarried, still in that project, still preparing for a better job, still waiting for a day to see everything working in my favor. Marriage has no more importance in my life, nor do I wait for any miracle regarding that sector. I won't believe in any bonds or relationships anymore. I don't expect anything from anyone, not even from God. I just have my parents, my younger sister, a few genuine friends, and myself. But still, I have never opted to surrender to any bad habits like smoking and drinking, nor do I ever think of ending my life. I'm 35 years old, not even marriage proposals. Now, even marriage proposals are few. The age limits of government jobs are approaching their end. All my friends are married and enjoying with their kids. Family pressure, social pressure, identity pressure, mental pressure, job and income pressure, and of course, health pressure. Still alive. So this is the story of Suajit, who is still going through Saturn Mahadasha and still has few years to go. Saturn, even though is his ascendant lord, but has not been giving a pleasant experience to him because it's retrograde. And I always say that retrograde planets do bring challenges in life. I just hope that it gets better sooner than later. And of course, his next Mahadasha, though it's a little far away, brings better time for him. So that was it. If you would like to share any of the experiences of your Mahadasha or Sadesati or Dhaiya, do drop me an email at indianvedichouse at the rate gmail.com. And if you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.